Hello, this is attempt 2 of recording how to create a Steam login. So you want to go to openid.net, go to developers, libraries, scroll on down to PHP, and grab the light OpenID library. In here you want to go to source tree, you want to open up openid.php, you want to go raw blob data. I'll start a download for you. Hopefully my downloads are hidden. Yes, they are. How nice. So I'm just going to throw that into Sublime, copy and paste, create a new file, save it. Don't know where it's going to save. It's going to save on my downloads. Name it whatever you want, remember that name. Close those files, go into PHP, and I press damn it. So I can't do that. Include OpenID. Go to your folder that OpenID is in, because I totally forgot I can do this. Create a folder called cache. Okay, that's done. Now in API key we have a variable called API. I'm just going to do it this way so I can actually hide my API key. So I'm going to pause the video now and add that API key, then hide this file forever and ever. Okay, once you have your API key written into a variable called API, you need to do that one yourself, as I said earlier. Start your session. Once your session starts, everything will be processed. Most of everything will be processed in the if statement. Alright, push priority declare variable. OpenID will be equal to new light OpenID, and then your website, just your website's title. So if you have a subdomain, it will be subdomain.example.com. If you have a root domain, it'll just be example.com. But whatever your domain is needs to go as an option in a new light OpenID. So if not, I should want to type OpenID mode if is set underscore get login. We will go to OpenID and set the identity to how's the file? http steamcommunity.com with spelling errors, I bet. I don't know what's going. So we'll set it to steamcommunity.com/openid, and we'll go to header, and we will relocate ourselves to there. So OpenID. Yeah, I just noticed that. Shut up. So OpenID, thanks to Mr. Penny's Ivania, or whatever his fucking name is, we'll call him Spectator, for spotting that error, even though I spotted it 10 seconds after. Oh, let's get rid of Steam notifications now. Alright, that'll redirect you to Steam Community's login page. If the variable, get variable login is set, we'll now check another one if is not set, and we'll make a session. We'll be making the session later on. Add a unique character. I'll be putting T2 since it's the second time that I've done that. I don't know if the session is remaining. Should check that before starting this. If it is set to a unique variable Steam auth, then if it not is set, then login will equal div a unique ID, welcome guest please ahref question mark login, and then an image from one of Steam's optional images. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention where you can get the Steam API key. Derp. You can get that from Steam's developers page to, and then whatever your website does. So if we now go to this page, oh, look at that. Refresh. I should remember the echo login. We now have a login option. Now, even if I did that, nothing would happen, because we need to set up some error checking. If OpenID mode is equal to cancel, well, I really need a lot of time. Echo user has cancelled authentication. This just means that in the middle of logging in, they stop the process. How? I don't know. And in here, I'll check if the session is not set. If it isn't, we will set our sessions. So we're checking if validation is correct. If it is, we're going to set the identity as the variable. I really need to learn to multitask as well. Else we're going to set it to null, and what we're going to do here is we're going to make an easily accessible Steam 64 ID. So the variable, well, session name will be that, and that will be a simple string replace of http steamcommunity.com/openid/id to nothing from our previous session, and that will give us our profile ID, which we can easily access later on. What else we're going to do is, if our first session which will be off is not equal to null, then Steam 64 will equal strength underscore replace. We're just going to pretty much copy this line. The reason we're doing this is because Steam 64-bit session doesn't seem to like being used in this if statement. I don't know why. I don't know why this if statement works. I just realized that shouldn't be working actually. But anyway, we'll leave that in. We're going to set profile to. We're going to set the profile variable to file underscore get contents. This is my preferred method of reading a file. You can use whatever your preferred method is. We're going to go steam api.steampowered.com iSteam user from now on, from iSteam user onwards, including iSteam user, is all case sensitive. Get player summaries version 0002 question mark key equals, for me it's API. For you it should also be API if you wrote your own API variable earlier on. If you didn't, just put in your Steam API key. And Steam IDs equal, wrong here, Steam 64. And that will get the API information for the profile that logs in. We're then going to create a buffer variable, which will be equal to file open cache, which we made earlier, steam64.json. I spelled that wrong, aren't I nice? You make it whatever file type you want. The file type doesn't really matter at all. I'm just doing it JSON because the output is JSON. We're going to set the read mode W+, which I've completely now forgotten what that does. And that's not a variable, that's a function. We're going to write to buffer, which is the steamid.json open. We're going to write profile information. And lastly, because it's required, even though I don't like it, we're going to close buffer. And we're done. Except for this little header. We're just going to relocate the browser to failure.com. No, index.php. This is getting ridiculous. Now what we're going to do is do some login and logout information. So if we log in, login variable will be errored out, so we need to fix that. So outside that original if statement, we're going to put a if is set session t2 off Steam off. That was a failure. Yeah. In here we're going to set login is equal to our div, unless you want to give it a new ID. So what was it? Oh, that was file. That was memory. Send that div and that echo variable. And in here we're just going to put a href and set to logout. You can make it whatever you want. You can make it graphic, you can make it the text logout, doesn't matter. And in here we're just going to do a logout check. So if you set get logout, I'll page down. We're just going to unset all of our sessions, our very, very awesome sessions. Wrong key. Again, wrong key. And then we're going to relocate our user again, and we're going to put him back to index.php. Now I'm expecting 200 errors. And it seems to be slow. No errors. This makes me sad. The information stored inside one of these profiles. Oh wait, that's mean. Knew there was an error in there. Our Spectator didn't catch it. What a rude boy. Now we should have our proper file, so we'll delete that. In one of these files, information is just pretty much this. So we got our personas names and all that crap. As you can see, my persona name is in Unicode, so you need to set the page's character set to UTF-8, but I'm not going to bother with that. How we access this information is to go Steam is equal to file underscore, wait no, JSON decode file underscore get underscore contents cache with a lowercase c, otherwise I'm going to get another error. Session, no, that was mean. T2 Steam 64 ID 64 dot JSON, and remember that second bracket. Okay, so what we can do here is go down line and echo Steam response layers 0 persona name, and we could change that welcome to a whole bunch of other crap, and it echoes my persona name. So what we'll just quickly do is grab this and make it so you can actually see something useful. So echo out my avatar. Cool. And alright. And then we get my full avatar. There's also a medium and default, which is the smallest and used on Steam profiles. Is there anything else I need to cover? Not that I can remember. I swear I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting, Spectator? No, I'm not gonna cover that. If I remember anything, I guess I'll make a follow-up video. I'm seriously forgetting something. Just to make sure that I don't forget something, proof of concept will be a system that I'm currently working on using Steam. So I'll just log out, sign in, log in, it uses exactly what I've pretty much just shown in here, minus this crap. It uses logout, uses the login variable, uses login, wherever that was. It has a custom VB code system I've implemented, but it's pretty much a commenting system which relies dependently on Steam. If I go to cache, we can see JSON files, and because I can't remember what else I meant to show you, that's it, I guess. So thanks for watching.